Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to discuss a problem based on economic load dispatch from module 5. Okay, a question December 2019 power system analysis question aanu. So let's see the question now. A two-bus system is shown in figure below. If a load of 125 megawatt is transmitted from plant 1 to the load, a loss of 15.625 megawatt is incurred. Determine the generation schedule and the load demand if the cost of received power is rupees 24 per megawatt hour. Solve the problem using coordination equations and the penalty factor method. Okay, the incremental production cost of the plants are also given. So in the question itself they have provided the incremental cost of production. Incremental cost of production നമ്മൾ represent ചെയ്യുന്ന term ആണ് df1 by dp1. അത് p1 p2 എന്നുള്ള രണ്ട് വാല്യൂസിനും incremental cost of production നമുക്ക് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ ഇതിൽ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഇക്വേഷൻ നമ്പർ 1 എന്നും സെക്കൻഡ് ഇക്വേഷൻ നമ്പർ 2 എന്നും നമ്മൾ റീനെയിം ചെയ്യാൻ പോവാണ്. ആൻഡ് സെക്കൻഡ് തിങ് ദേ ഹാവ് പ്രൊവൈഡഡ് കോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് റിസീവ്ഡ് പവർ. നോർമലി കോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് റിസീവ്ഡ് പവറിന് ലാംഡ എന്നുള്ളൊരു ലെറ്റർ യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ റെപ്രസെൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ്സ് വാല്യൂ ഈസ് 24 per megawatt hour. And they have also provided one condition. What is that? If 125 megawatt is transmitted from plant 1 to load, a loss of 15.625 megawatt is incurred. This loss എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ട്രാൻസ്മിഷൻ ലോസിനെ PL എന്നുള്ളൊരു ടേം കൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ റെപ്രസെൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ട്രാൻസ്മിഷൻ ലോസ് ആണ് നമുക്ക് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതൊരു കണ്ടീഷനാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ദിസ് ഈസ് അബൌട്ട് അവർ ഗിവൺ ഡാറ്റ. ഈ പ്രോബ്ലം നമുക്ക് രണ്ട് രീതിയിൽ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ സ്പെസിഫൈ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. കോർഡിനേഷൻ ഇക്വേഷൻ മെത്തേഡ് ആൻഡ് പെനാൽറ്റി ഫാക്ടർ മെത്തേഡ് യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട്. ഈ രണ്ട് മെത്തേഡിലും നമുക്ക് ഇനി എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ പ്രോബ്ലം സോൾവ് ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കാം. Let us start with coordination equation. If we write the coordination equation for plan 1, the formula will be df1 by dp1 plus lambda into dou pl by dou p1, which is equal to lambda. If we notice the values of these parameters, df1 by dp1 is the incremental cost of production, which is already given in the question. This is our equation number 1. Okay, what about this lambda? Lambda is the incremental cost of received power, which is also given in the question. Okay, then this value, this is the only unknown with respect to our coordination equation. So first we need to calculate this value. Here what is PL? PL is our transmission loss, and this is the general formula to calculate the transmission loss in terms of B coefficients. Okay, so what is that? Sigma I is equal to 1 to m, sigma j is equal to 1 to m, pi into bij into pj. Okay, here pia and pj is the real power injection at ith and jth buses. Bij is a loss coefficient. This value is almost a constant at particular operating condition. This is assumed to be bij, or B coefficient is assumed to be a constant under certain operating condition. And what is m? M is the number of generator buses. Okay, so if we compare this general formula with our given question, m is the number of generator buses. If we notice at bus 1 and 2 we have connected 2 generators, so the total number of generator bus is equal to 2 with respect to our question. And bij loss coefficient, the possible values for this bij with respect to our question is b11, b12, b21 and b22. And pi and pj, the possible values for pi and pj is p1 and p2, since we have only 2 buses, 1 and 2. Okay, and one more thing is that if we notice the load is connected at bus 2, the load is connected at bus 2 means transmission loss will be associated with bus 1 only. അതായത് ട്രാൻസ്മിഷൻ ലോസ് ഒരു ലോഡിലേക്ക് ജനറേറ്റർ പോയിന്റിൽ നിന്ന് ലോഡ് സെൻറ്ററിലേക്ക് വരുന്ന ട്രാൻസ്മിഷൻ ലോസ് ഈ ഒരു ഏരിയയിൽ മാത്രമാണ് ഒക്കർ ചെയ്യുകയുള്ളൂ. ബസ് 2-വിൽ തന്നെയാണ് ജനറേറ്റർ 2ഉം ലോഡും വരുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് ഈ ഏരിയയിൽ ട്രാൻസ്മിഷൻ ലോസ് ഒന്നും നമുക്ക് വരില്ല. അതായത് ബസ് 2വിനോട് അസോസിയേറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് വരുന്ന എല്ലാ ബി കോഎഫിഷ്യൻസിൻ്റെയും വാല്യൂ 0 ആയിരിക്കും. ഓൺലി ദ loss coefficient has got a value for B11 only. So with these assumptions or with these values, let us modify this general formula to calculate our transmission loss. So if we write the condition as a statement, since the load is at bus 2 alone, the losses in the line will not be affected by generator of plant 2, that is PL. This general equation will be converted as PL is equal to B11 into P1 square, as B12 equal to B21 equal to 0 and B22 equal to 0. And if we notice, this is the condition which is already given in the question. In the question they have given a condition that if a load of 125 megawatt is transmitted from plant 1 to the load, a loss of 15.625 is incurred. This is nothing but PL and this is nothing but P1. Okay, and here P2 is they are not given. In order to calculate the value of B11, they have given this condition. So if we substitute the values, B11 will be equal to 15.625 divided by 125 the whole square, which is equal to 0.001. So this is our equation number 3. This is our equation number 4. Okay, that is PL is equal to, if we substitute the value of B11 in equation number 3, we get PL is equal to 0.001. This is the value of B1 into P1 square. So this is the value of PL in terms of P1. So if we differentiate this formula with respect to P1, the value will be, this is a constant 0.001 into 2 into P1, which is nothing but 0.002 into P1. So now we have the values for all these parameters in the coordination equation. Now we will substitute all these values in this equation of coordination equation for plant 1. The value of dF1 by dP1 from equation number 1 is 0.025 P1 plus 15. This is the value we have got from equation number 1, that is already given in the question. And what is the value of this lambda? Lambda is 24 and dou PL by dou P1 is equal to 0.002 into P1. This is the value for dou PL by dou P1, which is equal to lambda, that is 24. Now the simple simplification for this equation will give us the value for P1, because one equation with one unknown. So 0.025 P1 plus 24 into 0.002 is 0.048 P1 plus 15, which is equal to 24, and I am taking 15 to the RHS of this equation, that is 0.073 P1, which is equal to 9, that is P1 is equal to 123.28 megawatt. This is the value we have got for P1. The real power injection at bus 1 is P1, which is equal to 123.28 megawatt. So this was the coordination equation for plant 1. Now let us write the coordination equation for plant 2. Coordination equation for plant 2 is dF2 by dP2 plus lambda dou PL by dou P2, which is equal to lambda. And if we notice this value dou PL by dou P2, the PL, we have got the value for PL in P1 alone. P1 മാത്രമാണ് PLൻ്റെ ഇക്വേഷൻ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. സോ ഇഫ് വി ഡിഫറൻഷിയേറ്റ് ഡോട്ട് PL വിത്ത് റെസ്പെക്ട് ടു P2 നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന വാല്യൂ 0 ആയിരിക്കും. ബിക്കോസ് as far as P2 concerned, this is a constant only. ഇതൊരു കോൺസ്റ്റൻറ്റ് വാല്യൂ ആണ്. P2നെ കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്തോളാം. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന വാല്യൂ 0 ആയിരിക്കും. സോ ദിസ് വാല്യൂ വിൽ ബി 0. ഈ കേസിൽ പ്ലാൻ 2ൻ്റെ കേസിൽ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന കോർഡിനേഷൻ ഇക്വേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് dF2/dP2 which is equal to lambda directly. That is dF2/dP2, the value is already given in the question, which is equal to 0.05 P2 plus 20 from equation number 2, which is equal to 24. And again simplification, one equation in one unknown, that is P2 equal to 80 megawatt. So we have got the value for P1 and P2. In the question they have asked for generation schedule. Generation schedule means P1, P2 and PL. We have to find the value for PL also. From the equation of PL, from the equation for PL, B11 into P1 square, that is 0.001 into 123.28 the whole square, which is equal to 15.19 megawatt. This is the value for PL, that is the transmission loss. So this is about the generation schedule P1, P2. We have got the value for P1, P2 and PL. And then in the question they have asked for load demand also. Load demand is PD. PD is equal to, we know, this P1 plus P2 is nothing but the generated power. Generated power minus the loss. Generated power minus the loss is nothing but our load demand. Here in this case, P1 plus P2 is our generated power. PL is the transmission loss incurred. So which is equal to, substitute the values we have got, and we got the value, final value as 188.1 megawatt for load demand. Okay, now let's solve this problem using penalty factor method. Okay, in the penalty factor method, this is the equation for penalty factor. dF1/dP1 into L1 is equal to lambda. Here dF1/dP1 is the incremental cost of production, which is already given in the equation, and L1 is the penalty factor. L1 is the penalty factor for plan 1, and lambda is again our increased cost of received power, which is also given in the question. Now we have to find this L1. In this equation, L1 is the only unknown, and the equation to calculate L1 is 1 divided by 1 minus dou PL by dou P1. And also this value we have already given in the previous section, right? So the value for this dou PL by dou P1 is 1 divided by 1 minus 0.002 into P1. Okay. So if we substitute this value, the value for L1 in this equation, this will be dF1/dP1 multiplied by 1 minus 1 divided by 1 minus 0.002 into P1, which is equal to 24. Now it's just do the cross multiplication and we will get the final answer. That is, here I substitute the value for dF1/dP1. This is the value for dF1/dP1 multiplied by 1 divided by 1 minus 0.002 into P1, which is equal to 24. Then just do the cross multiplication, and after cross multiplication the equation we obtained is same as we have got for the coordination equation method. So we got the value for P1 as 123.28 megawatt, right? So if we modify this equation for plan 2, just replace the sufficient 1 with 2. Okay, just replace the sufficient 1 with 2, and here also 2. And if you notice, we have got the value for this term is 0. We know dou PL by dou P2 equal to 0 as there is no terms contain P2 in the equation for PL, right? So this term will be 0. Okay, 1 divided by 1 minus 0 is nothing but 1 itself. So the value for L2 is unity. The value for L2 is unity. That means here incremental cost of production dF2 by dP2 is equal to incremental cost of received power, that is lambda. Okay, so instead of these steps we can directly equate this value to 24. This value to directly equate this value to 24. That is 0.05 P2 plus 20 equal to 24, and just modifying this equation we got the value for P2 which is equal to again 80 megawatts. So we have got the value for P1 and P2 using penalty factor method and coordination equation method. So this is about question number 15 asked in December 2019 PSA question paper, right? And we have already calculated the value for load demand PD, and in this case also the value will not change. Okay, so actually this penalty factor and coordination method we are using to calculate the generation schedule. Generation schedule is nothing but the value for P1 and P2. So we will see within another lecture in the next video. Thank you.